Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And, of course, let's talk a little bit about Red Chile. It's a staple in New Mexico, and so is this guy. Hello, Bobby.
Hey, guys.
Bobby
How are you?
Olguin, of course, is the owner of the Buckhorn Tavern in San Antonio. He's very busy at work and very focused. I don't really want to bother you when you're doing something like praying. It's a very important task that requires a lot of focus. And, you know, in your business, of course, the food industry is really a generational thing. Don't you think?
Third generation.
You are third generation?
Yes, we are.
So this has been your whole life and your whole family's life.
Well, well, cooking has been our whole life, and being a third generation, we have a lot of experience. So
Sure.
that's why we're #1 in America.
And you've learned from the best.
Oh yes, exactly.
Now, speaking of the best, of course, Michael brought it up earlier, but we know the whole Bobby Flay thing. I mean, you had victory over Bobby Flay, and you know people are talking about that. So tell me what that was like.
It's it's indescribable because when the show starts, actually, if you watch the Food Network a lot,
I do, yes.
They set you up, and so they try to get me to believe it was something else type thing. Anyway, even though you know he's coming when he shows up, oh my God, it's a whole nother experience. Because if you watch the show, when I said, I think I'm going to go throw up now, I meant every word of it because it's...
But you didn't really.
No. But it's really intimidating because, you know, you got Bobby Flay, who is the entrepreneur of the world, and to come on my turf and to lose with him in Chile, that would not be good.
It is a great thing, and now people will be intimidated by you.
No, I don't want anybody to be intimidated. You know, Chile's a really interesting thing. I never try to say that my chili is better than anything because especially in different parts of the state in New Mexico, when you have somebody that's cooking chili, they know everything. So what I'm going to suggest today is my type of recipe, which is sabroso, magnificent, and incredible. And if you use it, great. If you don't, you're lost.
Exactly. So let's talk about how we're doing it. We're in the process of everything that we've been doing so far. You've been doing some things of your own. So tell us what you've done thus far.
Well, what I've done is I'm going to go ahead and plate some beans and tortillas and potatoes.
Okay.
But the main focus of our recipe today is the chili.
Sure.
Now, the thing about it is we're going fresh chili. So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when you see all the ristas hanging and stuff like that, people think they're just for ornaments.
For decoration.
And they never use them. Well, actually, that's the way we came up with, over the years of putting it on wire, we came up with this fantastic idea of ornaments. And then when you want to use the chili, you pick it off the rista, and you break these little stems off of them.
How do you do? What's the way to do it?
You just snap them, and there's seeds in there. But the thing is you'll see over here, I have a bucket here, and you have to soak this for at least 4 to 6 hours minimum, and I like to soak it a whole day. And what's going to happen is once you start soaking it and stuff...
What are you soaking it in?
In water.
Oh, just water. Okay.
You rinse 2 or 3 different times, but if you see now, you went from the dry texture to this nice soft texture.
It looks totally different.
And what happens is as you do it, the seeds and stuff come out, and seeds add a little bit of ambiotical flavor, you know. So
isn't that also what makes it spicier too?
Well, you know this is incredible. When I was a kid growing up, I used to think that people used to say, well, the reason chili's hot is because there's little stickers and they stick in your mouth. Well, in the chili, which is the original stage of this chili, there's a vein right in the middle of this chili. And in the vein is the housing of the drug that I call a drug. It's called capsaicin. Capsaicin is the drug in the vein, and what it does is create this incredible heat. And if you're ever eating chili and you want to heatize it somehow. If you're taking the veins and stuff out of it, if you have the time, but you know, if you're eating chili, eat chili.
So taking the vein out is what will make it more mild?
It'll help it a little bit. But you know, if you're eating chili, you're eating it for the heat and flavor. Yeah.
Well, sure, of course.
But anyway, it's incredible to me that we have this beginning stage of this green plant, which goes to this, and then we're going to take it to a whole nother stage.
And you said 4 to 6 hours for...
Minimum.
Okay.
And I like to soak it overnight.
Okay,
so,
perfect. And what's our next step from there?
And then what's going to happen is we're going to this is the most important part here because what's going to happen is you're going to take some oil of some sort, okay? And I'm going to pray this a little bit more. Garlic. Don't ever... I like to add... There's already garlic in the meat that we have there. But while I'm blending this here, I want to go ahead and
Oh, so you put the garlic in the actual blender?
Yeah, put it in the blender.
stand.
And if you have it wet enough, it's not, a lot of your stems and stuff aren't going to really do. A lot of times people like to, I'm adding a little bit more granular garlic.
Okay.
And then we're going to take some oregano. No, oregano.
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 Take a good, nice little pinch.
Okay.
And you want to add a little bit more water on this. What's going to happen is when you put it into this flour, is this going to blend? Now, hopefully I got my heat here
Feels pretty
enough.
hot. Okay.
You're going to wait just a little bit more.
So now you're sprinkling the flour.
Well, what I'm doing is, if you look, you see how it's starting to sizzle right there? What you want to do is we're going to make a like a gravy base.
Oh, a base, okay.
So what's going to happen is we're going to brown this here in just a second. It's just about ready. And then we're going to take this. Now I want you to notice something. This is the incredible thing about anytime there's something that's messy to eat and stuff.
Yes.
See this spot over here?
It is
Red
messy.
Chile gets everywhere. So,
okay, so be prepared with lots of paper towels.
I should be wearing an apron, but
maybe
I'm not.
I should pop on my handy apron.
You might here.
Just
okay,
for
so
the sake of it. I don't want to ruin my outfit.
Okay, so what we're going to do.
So you got the flour on there.
Yeah, now we're getting a nice little texture here. See, what's going to happen now is you get this flour. Now, this little recipe comes from what I call the viejitos and the viejitos of New Mexico, the little old people.
Aww.
I don't care if you go to their house at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or midnight, they always have food cooking.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm the one that always watched to see what they were doing, the secret ingredients and stuff like that.
See, I really feel like I belong here because anybody that's cooking is my friend. I'm happy. If I smell food, I'm a happy girl.
Well, there's 2 things that I say in the cooking industry.
And they are?
Music and food.
You're just the man of my heart, Bobby.
Yes, it's amazing. Now what we're going to do here is, if you'll look while I'm doing this here, we want...
Getting thicker.
Yeah, it's going to thick up even quicker here.
Okay.
But we want it to be nice and gravy looking.
Okay.
You want to stir those potatoes for me just on the bottom so they just make sure that we're not... Yeah. Yeah, so,
I actually like them when they're crispy like this.
Well, you know what? New Mexican food, when you're going to the house, grandpa, grandmas, mamas, and everything, they always have a little crispiness going on
I think that's
meat.
the best way.
Well, like I said, to each their own.
Well, what I like is, like these kind of potatoes, I like the fact that you get the little crisp on the outside, but when you bite in, they're still soft on the inside.
Exactly.
And you have peppers in here as well, correct?
There's some little bell peppers. There's a little bit of onions in there. And like I didn't concentrate a whole lot on that particular one. But now you see how we're getting, see this little brown thing that's coming up on here?
Yes.
Now that's what you want to do is this marvelous stove from Builder's Source. I'm getting used to it because
you use them a lot. You use their stoves as well, don't you?
Oh yeah, Mike, if you're out there, hello, Mike.
Mike is fabulous. He was just on last week showing us all the appliances, and I'll tell you what, this is the kitchen everybody wants. Now I see why. These are good. They're a little. I'm mushing them a little.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, if I have my stuff together.
Okay. And you know, this part of it really doesn't take that long. It's just the making it, getting them softer.
Getting to this part. And if you look at that chili, look how creamy it looks in there. Okay? So we've got a nice little brown thing going here.
Okay.
And I'm going to stir it just a couple more times. If you have a little bit more high heat going, then I could have started this a little bit faster. It would have browned a little bit quicker.
Would you always recommend a rubber spatula, though, for this?
No.
Okay, it doesn't
matter.
I'm
just cheating. But I see this, that's what you want right there, that little bubble thing.
It's almost like making pancakes. That's what it looks like a little bit, doesn't it?
You can try it, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add the red.
Okay. Oh.
Now here's what's going to happen to this is when you cook it like this, did I splash you good?
That's fine. I have the apron on now. I heard your warning.
What's going to happen now is this is going to thicken really well. Now I want to keep it off the stove for just a little bit.
Okay, so you want to stir it kind of off the heat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got a nice heat going thing here.
Okay, we just have a little short time before we go to break because when we come back from break, we're going to keep going and we're going to eat the food.
Okay, well this is a good thing. You're seeing how it thicken up just like a nice little gravy. What's going to happen now is we're going to add water, and you're going to thin it to how you like your texture of chili. Because some people like, you know, a little runnier chili. Some people don't. And now we're going to take this pork meat that we pre-cooked, and we're going to add all that into it.
Oh, fabulous.
All these onions, you've got to get all that stuff
of the
in
meal. I love it.
And you know what?
A little protein.
Hopefully I'll be doing some more chilies for you later. There's other meats you can use. I'm using pork now.
So today we use the
pork is real popular in New Mexico.
So we're going to add a little water. We're going to add some water. A little thinned out, and then when we come back from break, we are going to eat this fabulous chili. I can't wait.
Exactly.
Let's keep going with it.
Okay, so now it's going to start.